Well, good morning, neighbors. We're going to continue this very musical morning by talking about some student activism, which is music to my ears. And we're talking this morning with Paula Bui. She's a junior, just like me, over at Loyola University, Chicago, just down the street. And she is the president of Loyola's Oxfam chapter, involved in the Student Trade Justice Campaign, and the United Students for Fair Trade, and sort of kind of involved with Xavier Chen's student government, USGA. So, good morning, Paula.
Good morning to you.
How you doing?
I am doing very well. I'm doing very well. How are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Super duper. Late nights.
Yeah, very late nights. Yeah.
So, in a matter of 9 days, traveling to Guatemala.
Yeah, we're going to be going with an alternative break immersion group to San Lucas Toliman, which is a small community in northern Guatemala, I believe. And we're going to be working there with the community and helping out in any way we can, and meeting with different social justice groups and human rights groups, and quite possibly with the United Nations as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What are y'all gonna be doing with them?
I'm not entirely sure yet. Like I don't have the agenda yet. Yeah.
Well, good stuff.
Mhm.
So are you gonna be doing like trade sort of stuff there? I know you're very involved with that kind of thing.
Yeah, I am. Trade might be later on. I've got like a really packed summer, and if the United Students for Fair Trade select me as part of like a voting, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but later on, they have a trip to Nicaragua, and they get to meet with you get to meet with fair trade producers and co-ops and work with them there. So hopefully that'll pull through, and it'll happen later on in the summer.
So Guatemala, Nicaragua.
And
Wow. In
Vietnam,
Vietnam.
and Boston.
And Boston.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be here in Rogers Park.
Nice, nice. That's great.
It's all
Yeah.
sorts of different kind of travel.
Mhm.
So on this show, we often talk about how traveling, especially at like a young age,
Yeah.
is a huge deal, huge impact on like the activist life. I just got back from Rome
Yeah.
last
How
semester.
did you like that?
Ah,
Yeah.
blast and a half. Went
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
Greece and Spain
Uh
and
huh.
Amsterdam and Germany.
Yeah.
But we're talking about you.
No, no, there is definitely something about traveling that I am really passionate about, and yeah, I did some traveling last year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Mm.
the traveling, it exposes you to the different cultures
It
and stuff,
does. Yeah.
and then you bring that back to Rogers Park.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't know if you've heard of couch surfing.
Yes,
Yeah.
just like online.
Yeah, online. It's by far one of the best ways to travel to a new city where you don't know anyone, because you get a local's perspective and basically a free tour guide around this city.
And
And
have
if
you
you're,
done this before?
I did. I did it about 6 or 7 different times while I was traveling in Europe. Yeah. And I'm hosting people here in Chicago
Oh,
because
really?
I absolutely love Chicago. So I love showing it off to other people who are coming from Europe and even around the States.
Well, we
Yeah.
never did couch surfing, but we did like
Yeah.
hostel surfing and
Yeah.
haggling with hostel people at like 2 a.m. and
Yeah. Nice.
it's a whole different kind of
It is. Yeah.
living situation.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, so you just we mentioned before that you're involved with the student government. Loyola students just elected our good friend Javier
Yeah.
Chen with the new student government.
Mhm.
Just about to start a new year with that.
Yeah.
Anything in mind? What do you think about this new student government at
I'm like
Loyola?
really excited for him and like all of the different projects that he's going to be taking on and that I'm going to be taking on as well. Um, I'm also with the Campus Activity Network, and it's kind of like
And that's
um,
associated with student government.
it is. It's like all of the student leaders from the different organizations come together and form this network, and basically, can aims to like just bring their voice out and like get like different legislation passed, deal with like room reservations and just different things and issues that different organizations have. Yeah.
Well, Paul, you're definitely outside the norm, kind of, with the as far as the Loyola students go, because
Yeah.
you're because you're super involved
Yeah.
on campus.
Mhm.
Now, What do you think about the Loyola students? Do you think that
Yeah.
they're activist-minded or
Yeah.
lazy,
Yeah.
apathetics, or?
It's funny. I just wrote a paper on this actually, and I think that most students want to know what's going on, and I think that
They want to be aware.
they want to be aware, and it's kind of like the newspaper's responsibility and even like student government's responsibility to get like the word out and let them know of different ways that they can get involved, as well as student organizations. But on a whole, I think that there is some curiosity there that needs to be sparked, and whether or not someone takes like their own responsibility to be involved, like it's definitely like crucial, I think, to being a student.
So you don't think it's
Yeah.
like a syndrome among the Loyola Ramblers
Uh-huh. No,
for them not to reach out to the community? It's more of
yeah.
they need the leaders.
They do. I think they really do. There is like a core group of like different activists and people who are involved at Loyola, and we all know each other, but
Uh-huh.
we're always like constantly trying to get the word out, like either through events or different campaigns that we're doing on campus.
And you and I
Um,
later today, 1 p.m. if anyone wants to come
yeah.
say hello. I'm
Yeah.
going to be over at Metropolis talking about a bunch of different justice organizations
Yeah.
joining together.
Me and my co-president with Oxfam are looking to create kind of like a social justice league and
Uh-huh.
like kind of bring all of the different social justice organizations together to work on different events, because I think that a lot of organizations are doing the same things on campus, but they're just not talking to each other and communicating that so they could make their events even better. So this is kind of an attempt at doing that and more like involving the community with different things that we're doing and such, and like with different outreach
Well,
events.
if we're going to be starting a Justice League, I want to be Batman.
Okay, that's great. That sounds like a plan. Yeah.
See, because he's a superhero
Yeah.
without the superpowers.
That's true. Okay.
So
Yeah.
everyone can be a superhero.
Yeah. Yeah. You should be our logo spokesperson. Yeah. I think that would be great. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Mhm.
Another thing you're really involved in on campus is sustainability. A couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, we had Dr. Eames over here,
Mhm.
Loyola's new sustainability director.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about not only Eames, but the way Loyola's headed.
Yeah, I think that this is a great time to be involved with sustainability. A group of students are looking to form a sustainability council, and I know that they're going to be working heavily on that and kind of dealing with the language of making that happen. And I think Dr. Eames and Quirp and just different departments are going to be behind us. So it's just an amazing time to be able to create this council that is going to be, our main focus is going to be the green fee. So a portion of students' money is going to be going towards this fee and working on different sustainability projects that students themselves can decide, because it's their money. So we want them to be able to have some input in saying what they want to do with it. Like, for example, like if you walk into one of the buildings and students are saying, I don't want to have to flush like, 10 gallons or 20 gallons of water if I'm going to go to the bathroom. Like, let's work on, hey, can we work on getting like non-flushable toilets?
Yeah, making like the students a little bit
Yeah,
more responsible
making them more
because they have
responsible.
more of an economic
Yes,
incentive.
exactly.
So is
Mhm.
that green fee, going to
Mhm.
represent a boost in the
Mhm.
student activities fee, or just like cutting down
It's going to be as
where
low
that
as a
goes?
dollar per semester.
Huh.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very little. So,
Giving some green for some green.
yeah, giving some green for some, that's great.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
should just make slogans all
Yeah,
day.
you really should. Yeah.